Hello everyone. Welcome for this lab. Today we are going to conduct no load and block rotor test of a three-phase induction motor. Aim of this experiment is to draw the circle diagram and equivalent circuit of a three-phase induction motor. Okay. Let's start with the circuit diagram. As we have seen here, so 400 volt three-phase AC supply has to be given to this auto transformer, right? And then from that ammeter has to be R phase has to be connected to ammeter, and ammeter other end has to be connected to a wattmeter. As we know the connection of wattmeter, MC should be shorted. Okay, other end of this ammeter has to be connected to M, then L has to be connected to R. Okay, and then Y phase. Okay, Y phase has to be given directly to Y. Okay, later we will do this short circuit. Okay, from V of this wattmeter 1 and V of this wattmeter 2. Okay, so then this is a B phase. B has to be connected to mains of the wattmeter. As we have seen, MC should be shorted. Okay, then L of this second wattmeter has to be given to B, right? So this arrangement is shown here. Let's rig up the same circuit with our circuit diagram by this panel. Okay, yeah. Before going to use this wattmeters, we are going to use two LPF wattmeters of range 0 to 600 volt 5 ampere. Okay, so we need to calculate wattmeter constants. Here both are using of the same type of wattmeters, LPF of the same range. So wattmeter constant has to be calculated. Okay, here it should be V scale I scale into cos phi divided by full scale deflection. Okay, V scale of this wattmeter is 500 volts. Okay, that's 500, and the current is here B1 B2 is connected in series, so it is 5 amperes. Okay, and then cos phi of this wattmeter is 0.2. Okay, so this and full scale deflection is 250. Okay, that all readings we supposed to mention in this. Okay, so V scale is 500, I scale is 5 ampere, and cos phi is 0.2 divided by full scale is 250. So when you calculate this, it will be 2. So therefore W1 and W2's wattmeter constant for W1 and W2 is the same. Okay, let's start with the connection. Okay, so as we said, three phase has to be connected to auto transformer. Here you remember R, Y, B, all three has connected to R, Y, B of the auto transform, three phase auto transformer respectively, R to R, Y to Y and B to B. Okay, this is the input. And next from this three phase transformer, auto transformer, we have to take R, Y, B connection. Okay, and then first we'll take a R wire. So R phase is to be connected to ammeter first end, and the other end of that ammeter is connected to, okay, ammeter other end is connected to, so M of the first wattmeter, and as we know M and C should be shorted, therefore so MC wire is shorted here. Okay, and then L of this terminal is to be taken to this winding, okay, or of this winding of a motor. Okay, and next B phase has to be taken, Y has to be taken, and it is directly given to the motor. Okay, and later we will give V to V shorted line. Okay, and the last one is B. B is taken from auto transformer, and it is given to the second wattmeter's M. Okay, and then as we know MC should be shorted. Okay, and then here we have L line wire. That line wire is given to this winding of the motor. Okay, to B, right. Last portion is V is shorted, means V of the first wattmeter and V of the second wattmeter is shorted, and then that is given to this Y winding. Okay, now this one, these two are shorted. Okay, and then R dash, Y dash has to be shorted, and B dash and Y should be shorted. So these shorted lines has to be, means these two terminals has to be short. Now we have connected, see, shorted these two wires Okay, this wire and this one. Okay, so now we'll start with the procedure. We have to do the connections as per the circuit diagram. Okay, once you have connected, since it is the OC and SC test, like open circuit test and a block rotor test. Block rotor is nothing but a full load test. Okay, short circuit test we are supposed to do. It is same as that of your transformer. Okay, we'll start with the supply. Okay, switch on the supply. Make sure that your auto transformer should be at 0 position. Okay, now we'll switch on the supply. Once we switch on supply and then start giving vary the auto transformer till rated voltage, that is of 415 volts. You are supposed to take a reading at that value. Okay, so now you can observe the reading of both the wattmeters. Yeah, now you can observe the wattmeter 1 and wattmeter 2's reading. So these two are kickbacking. Okay, so therefore what we have to do is, both the wattmeters are kickbacking. So what we have to do is, either you can change your M and L connection or C and V connection. Okay, so this is of your no load test. We'll do the changes here. A connection of I'm going to change M and C's C and V's connection, as it was kickbacking. So we have changed we were changing the connection of C and V. So and it was requiring more current. So instead of a 5 ampere, we have changed this currents to 10 ampere. Okay, here we have taken a parallel connection so that current through this will be of 10 ampere. It is rated current will be of 10 amperes. So therefore what happens here is wattmeter constant is going to be changed. Okay, 500 into 10 you are supposed to take into 0.2 divided by 250. It remains the same. Only thing is this has to be taken as 10 ampere. Okay, so do the connection of this, you get approximately 4. Okay, calculate and see the wattmeters constant of both. Okay, so you can observe the reading of each. Your rated voltage is 415, or you can take a 413 volts, and current through that is 4.05 or 6 amperes, and rate speed is 1495, and wattmeter 1 reads. So these are a reading of your wattmeters 1 and wattmeter 2. Okay, yes, and we have measured the rotor resistance of 1.8 ohm. This you may require in the calculations. Once you calculate by using all the formulas, draw this circle diagram as your professor explained in the class. Okay, and continue with the block rotor test. It is the same in the connection. Only difference is you are supposed to take the wattmeters or of UPF. Okay, and other than the connection remains the same. Only change the wattmeters, both the wattmeters, and then calculate the wattmeter constants. Okay, now we'll see the block rotor test. Okay, so for this circuit diagram remains the same. Okay, you can observe here. This is the open circuit test and this is the block rotor test. Circuit diagram remains same, only changes is the wattmeters. Okay, here we have used LPF. We are going to use UPF. Okay, unity power factor. Right, connections we have kept as it is. Only wattmeters we have changed. Okay, now we need to calculate the wattmeter constant as we have calculated earlier. V scale, I scale, and cos phi divided by full scale deflection. We have on the wattmeter it is 600. 10 ampere parallel connection is there, so it is 10 ampere, and then UPF, so cos phi will be 1 divided by full scale deflection is 6000. So wattmeter constant is 1. So since we are using 2 wattmeters, you can take W1 and W2, means K1 and K2 as a 1. Okay, since it is a block rotor test, we are going to full load this. Okay, block the rotor. Right, you would have observed here. Okay, give the full load so that rotor cannot be rotating. Okay, yes, now we'll start with the connect. Now we'll start with this. Once we switch on the supply, make sure that this auto transformer is at 0 position. Okay. Once you start giving this voltage, now you're not supposed to give a rated voltage. You're supposed to give a rated current of this induction motor. Okay. That is of a 7.3 amperes. So you have to vary this auto transformer to read the rated current of that motor, not the voltage. Okay. So we'll start with this. Okay. So just observe, we are increasing the auto transformer. Now yes. So note down this. This is the ISC, that is short circuit current, and corresponding voltage of that VSC. Okay, 80 volt, and then wattmeter 1 and wattmeter 2 is reading we supposed to note down. Okay, so this is your wattmeter 1's reading. Okay, and then this is the wattmeter 2's reading. Okay, so by using these all values, readings, you have to calculate your circle diagram and then equivalent circuit of this induction motor. Okay, thank you.